It's time for the Manhattan Pizza postgame show on the Gameday Broadcast Network. Manhattan Pizza, serving the best dang pizza in town. Now let's rejoin the broadcast team on the Gameday Broadcast Network.
We welcome you back here to Potomac Falls High School. Tonight, the Panthers found a way to make it a little more interesting. 58-52, our final score. They knocked down the number one team in the Gameday Power Poll on their home court. Who'd have thunk it, George, that you come to the Panther pit expecting to win, you go home empty-handed. That's the way it happens most often. And Jeff Haas has a team that's peaking at the right time once again, doesn't he?
That's what his teams do. And Loudoun Valley knew they were going to have a dogfight on their hands coming into this game, even though they might have been the favored team with a 19-1 record. Still, it was an even matchup, and Potomac Falls was just, this was a very evenly contested game. You go quarter by quarter. Potomac Falls 15-11 in the first quarter, 10-9 in the second quarter, 15-15 in the third quarter, 18-17 in the fourth quarter. Loudoun Valley was able to match Potomac Falls in intensity, especially in the second half. Again, each quarter was contested, and just at the end, Potomac Falls had a little bit too much. Now, I'll tell you something. A couple things made this game a little closer than it might have otherwise been. Number one, Potomac Falls shot 9 for 20 from the free throw line. That could have hurt them, and had they lost that game, Jeff Haas would have not been thrilled. But this is something they'll probably be working on in practice. And the second factor, Paul Rowley made 5 threes tonight. He scored 16 points in total, but those 5 threes were enough to keep Loudoun Valley within striking distance until less than a minute remained in this game.
Well, one thing that certainly stood out to me, in the second half, Michael Janowski, the freshman, came alive. I mean, he was impressive offensively. In the first half, he was not very assertive, trying to find shots and so forth and challenging this Loudoun Valley defense. In the second half, totally different guy. He came alive, and boy, that made a big difference in the outcome, didn't it?
It sure did. He doesn't play like a freshman. He had very good shot selection. He knows when to pull up for the mid-range jump shot, and he ended up scoring 14 points.
Deshaun Shorts also with a great second half in this one, and Stephen Tondi. I mean, if you were going to give a guy a game ball that maybe we didn't expect to talk about, how about Tondi tonight? I mean, the jump shots on the baseline were huge in this game.
He had 4 baseline jump shots that went in. There's one from the elbow, which didn't go in, but he made 4 baseline jump shots. Had another follow-up on the offensive boards. His 10 points, really. That you could say that's the difference in this game.
Well, and the fact that he also played great defense in the paint, caused some problems tonight for Josh Gramar and Javon Miller down low. I think it was a key part in this ball game, as you see Deshaun Shorts there finishing out this game in a big way. Potomac Falls, every time Loudoun Valley got close, they were able to find a way to extend that lead back up to 5 to 7 points. The Vikings got within a couple tonight, George, but they never were able to get over that hump. And you got to credit the Panthers for that.
That 4-point lead that Potomac Falls took in the first quarter, they were able to make stick for the entire game. So that's a nice move, Janowski.
Yep. Potomac Falls now in position to challenge for the title, and we talked about it with Kevin Burke here. If they're able to get to a Saturday playoff, both teams were to win, that we'd see this game once again. And then you'd have the matchup like we had a year ago where you're checking out a third matchup in the regular season and then another one potentially in the Dulles District Championship game. Well, that'd be exciting. So that's what's at stake tonight. The Vikings fall, our number one team in the power poll goes down, their second loss of the season. You're Chad Dawson here, George Khalsa. What are you telling your guys on the way home to rebound and get ready for the stretch run?
Well, I think they came back nicely in the second half in terms of intensity. And so I think this is just a loss. You lost to a good team on their home court where they're very tough. And the next time you play them, the first 2 games will have been of no value. You're starting fresh, and there's no question that Loudoun Valley can beat this team if they play their good offense. They didn't get a good half-court offense going really at any time during the game. It was really offensive rebounds. Javon Miller scored 14 points, but Josh Gramar just couldn't get on track. They played very good defense on him. He scored 9 points, but he wasn't able to create in the half court like he usually does.
So our final score here tonight, 58-52. The Panthers, they get it done, and they set up an intriguing last week of the Dulles District tournament and race here down the stretch. So for George Khalsa and our entire production crew, our producer Shane, Peter Rush, we've got Denton Day, Amanda Huelskamp to thank, Sean Rowley as well. Make sure you come back and check out Peter's great highlight reel and Jan Johnson's outstanding photography only online at GameDayMagazine.com. For my friend George Khalsa, I'm Andy Hayes. We'll see you next time here on the Game Day Broadcast Network. The Panthers, they own the Panther Pit 58-52 tonight.